If you are a phone, laptop, or computer user, this video is for you. Every day, we spend hours staring at screens. And while we can't do without these gadgets, the truth is, they quietly take a toll on our eyes. Blurry vision, dryness, constant headaches, these are all early warning signs that your eyes are struggling. But here's the good news. What you eat can protect your eyes, strengthen your vision, and shield them from the damaging blue light that screens give off. In this video, I'll show you the foods and fruits you should be eating, and the ones you must avoid if you truly care about your eyesight. Think about it, your eyes are your window to the world. Imagine losing the sharpness of that view just because of poor food choices. If you love your vision, if you want to protect it for the years ahead, then watch this video until the very end, and don't keep it to yourself. Share it with the people you love and care about. Because their eyesight matters too. I'll also share some everyday tips that anyone can apply, because while we can't escape our phones and computers, we can make sure our diet defends us against their damage. So stay with me, because your next bite of food could mean the difference between clear, strong eyesight, or slowly losing the gift of vision. Now, let's start by understanding why phone and computer light damages our eyes in the first place. We live in a world where our eyes are constantly locked onto screens, phones, laptops, tablets, televisions. But have you ever wondered what that light is doing to your eyes over time? The main culprit is something called blue light. Unlike natural sunlight, which our eyes are designed to handle, blue light from digital screens penetrates deep into the eye and can cause damage to the retina, the thin layer at the back of your eye responsible for vision. Doctors call it digital eye strain. The symptoms include dryness, blurred vision, watery eyes, headaches, and sometimes even difficulty falling asleep. And here's the scary part, excessive screen exposure has also been linked to long-term risks like macular degeneration, which is one of the leading causes of vision loss in old age. Think of it this way, every time you scroll on your phone or work late into the night on your computer, your eyes are doing overtime. But unlike your body, they don't get a proper break. They're under constant stress, and without protection, they begin to wear out faster than they should. I once spoke with a teacher in her late 40s who spent most of her day teaching online, then using her phone in the evenings. She thought her glasses were the problem when her vision began to blur, but her doctor explained it wasn't her glasses at all. It was her diet and her heavy screen time. Her eyes simply weren't getting the nutrients they needed to fight the damage. That's where food comes in. Certain vitamins, antioxidants, and minerals act like a natural shield for your eyes. They filter harmful blue light, repair damaged cells, and keep your vision sharper for longer. And the best part? These nutrients aren't hidden in expensive supplements. They're in simple, everyday foods, fruits and vegetables you can find in your local market. So now that you understand why screen light is harmful, let's talk about the foods that can actually protect your eyes and keep your vision strong. We'll begin with one of the most famous, and for good reason, carrots and other orange-colored vegetables. When people think about foods for the eyes, the first thing that usually comes to mind is the carrot, and for good reason. Carrots, along with other orange vegetables like sweet potatoes and pumpkins, are packed with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for good vision. It helps protect the surface of the eye and supports the part of your retina that allows you to see in low light. Without enough vitamin A, eyes can become dry, irritated, and even develop night blindness, a condition where it becomes difficult to see in the dark. This isn't just an old saying, science supports it. Studies show that diets rich in beta-carotene and vitamin A reduce the risk of age-related eye diseases and keep your vision sharper for longer. I once met a grandmother in her 60s who struggled with dry eyes and blurry vision at night. Her doctor suggested she add more vitamin A-rich foods to her meals instead of relying only on drops. She began roasting sweet potatoes twice a week, adding carrots to her stews, and even blending pumpkin into her soups. Within months, she noticed her eyes weren't as dry, and driving at night became easier. The best part is, these foods are affordable and versatile. A handful of baby carrots as a snack, roasted sweet potatoes with dinner, or pumpkin blended into porridge, it all counts. Every serving gives your eyes the nutrients they need to fight back against screen damage and aging. So, the next time you reach for a snack while working on your laptop, think about swapping chips for carrots. They don't just crunch in your mouth, they protect your vision. Now, let's move on to another group of foods that shield your eyes from blue light even more directly: leafy greens. If carrots are the classic food for the eyes, then leafy greens are the modern-day superheroes. Vegetables like spinach, kale, and collard greens are loaded with two special nutrients your eyes desperately need: lutein and zeaxanthin. These are powerful antioxidants found in the pigments of green vegetables, and here's what makes them so important: they act like natural sunglasses for your eyes. Lutein and zeaxanthin filter harmful blue light from screens and protect the retina from oxidative stress. Without enough of them, your eyes are left more vulnerable to damage from phone and computer screens. Science backs this up strongly. The Age-Related Eye Disease Study, ARDS, showed that diets high in lutein and zeaxanthin are linked to a lower risk of macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. In simple words, the more greens you eat, the longer your eyesight stays sharp. I remember a middle-aged office worker who shared how her eyes always felt strained after long hours in front of a computer. Instead of just relying on eye drops, she started adding spinach to her morning omelets and kale to her lunchtime smoothies. Within weeks, she noticed less eye fatigue and fewer headaches. She said, "It feels like my eyes can breathe again." And the beauty of leafy greens is their flexibility. You can sauté them with garlic, blend them into green smoothies, or toss them fresh into salads. However you eat them, you're strengthening your eyes against the daily assault of phone and computer screens. So, don't underestimate that handful of spinach on your plate. It could be the shield standing between your eyes and blue light damage. Next, let's look at something sweet and colorful: berries and grapes, small but powerful protectors of your vision. When it comes to protecting your eyes, sometimes the smallest foods pack the biggest punch. Berries, like blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries, and even grapes, are loaded with compounds called anthocyanins. These are powerful antioxidants that give these fruits their deep red, blue, and purple colors. So why are anthocyanins so important for your eyes? They strengthen the tiny blood vessels in the eyes, improve circulation, and reduce oxidative stress in the retina, the very part of your eye that screens strain the most. This means less eye fatigue, sharper focus, and long-term protection against damage from phones and computers. Science agrees. Multiple studies show that anthocyanins help improve night vision, reduce inflammation in the eyes, and protect retinal cells from deterioration. One study even suggested that blueberries can slow down vision loss linked to aging. I remember a young man who worked in IT and spent more than 10 hours a day staring at computer screens. By evening, his eyes were always tired and sometimes even painful. A nutritionist advised him to replace his sugary afternoon snacks with a cup of blueberries or grapes. After a few weeks, he was surprised to find his eyes felt less strained, and he no longer reached for pain relievers after work. The best part is, berries and grapes are easy to add to your day. You can toss them into yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or simply keep a small bowl on your desk for snacking. Every handful is like a mini shield for your eyes, quietly fighting the damage from long screen hours. So, the next time you crave something sweet while scrolling on your phone, reach for a handful of berries or grapes. They don't just satisfy your taste buds, they feed and protect your vision. Now, let's talk about another colorful group of foods, rich in vitamin C, that keep your eyes strong and reduce the risk of long-term damage: citrus fruits and bell peppers. When you think of vitamin C, the first thing that comes to mind is usually the immune system. But did you know that vitamin C is one of the most important nutrients for protecting your eyes, too? Fruits like oranges, lemons, grapefruits, and colorful vegetables like red and yellow bell peppers are loaded with vitamin C. This vitamin works as a powerful antioxidant, protecting your eyes from the oxidative stress caused by constant screen use. It also strengthens the tiny blood vessels in the eyes, helping them stay healthy and resilient. Even more, vitamin C plays a key role in reducing the risk of cataracts and slowing down age-related macular degeneration. In other words, it doesn't just protect your eyes today, it safeguards your vision for the future. There's real science here, too. The Age-Related Eye Disease Study, ARDS, found that people with higher intakes of vitamin C, combined with other antioxidants, had a much lower risk of losing their vision as they aged. I once heard about a woman in her 60s who was terrified of developing cataracts like her mother did. Instead of waiting for trouble, she made citrus fruits and bell peppers part of her daily meals. A glass of fresh orange juice at breakfast, a salad sprinkled with red peppers at lunch, and lemon water in the evening. At her next eye checkup, her doctor told her she was doing a fantastic job keeping her eyes healthy. The best part is, these foods are colorful, delicious, and easy to enjoy. A simple orange, a bowl of strawberries, or crunchy slices of bell peppers can give your eyes the vitamin C boost they need. So the next time you grab a snack, think color. Bright fruits and peppers don't just brighten your plate, they brighten and protect your eyesight, too. Now, let's move to another group of foods that directly fight one of the most common screen time problems, eye dryness. These are the omega-3 rich foods. If you've ever felt your eyes dry, itchy, or tired after long hours on your phone or computer, you're not alone. One of the most common effects of screen time is dry eye syndrome. But here's the good news, foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, and fatty fish such as salmon, can help. Omega-3s are healthy fats that play a vital role in keeping your eyes moist and comfortable. They support the glands in your eyes that produce tears, preventing that burning, scratchy feeling you get after staring at a screen for too long. Science strongly supports this. Several clinical studies have shown that omega-3s reduce the symptoms of dry eye disease and improve overall eye surface health. One study even found that people who regularly ate fatty fish had a significantly lower risk of developing severe dry eyes. I remember a man who worked long shifts as a graphic designer. By the end of the day, his eyes were so dry he could barely keep them open. He decided to change his diet, adding chia seeds to his morning smoothies and salmon to his dinners twice a week. Within a month, he noticed a huge difference, less dryness, less redness, and a lot more comfort while working. And the best part? Omega-3 foods are versatile. Walnuts make a great snack, chia seeds can be mixed into yogurt, flax seeds can be sprinkled on oats, and salmon can be enjoyed grilled, baked, or even in salads. So, if you want to fight dryness and keep your eyes comfortable, make omega-3 rich foods a regular part of your meals. Every bite is like natural lubrication for your vision. Next, let's move to one simple, everyday food that often gets overlooked but carries nutrients your eyes desperately need, eggs. Sometimes, the most powerful foods for your eyes are also the simplest. Take the egg, a food many of us eat almost every day without realizing how much it does for our vision. Egg yolks are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, the same powerful antioxidants found in leafy greens. These nutrients gather in the retina, where they act like a natural filter, blocking harmful blue light from your phone and computer screens. They also protect against long-term conditions like macular degeneration. Eggs are also a great source of zinc, a mineral that helps vitamin A do its job of keeping the cornea, the clear front of your eye, healthy and strong. Without enough zinc, night vision becomes more difficult, and your risk of age-related eye problems increases. There's science to prove this. Researchers have found that people who eat eggs regularly absorb lutein and zeaxanthin more effectively than from vegetables alone, because the healthy fats in the yolk make these nutrients easier for the body to use. I think of a man in his 70s who told me he'd eaten one boiled egg almost every day of his adult life. His eyesight was still sharp, even though he had worked as a welder under harsh light for decades. His doctor said his diet, rich in eggs and greens, had likely played a big role in protecting his vision. And the beauty of eggs is their versatility. Scrambled for breakfast, boiled as a snack, or added to salads and soups, however you enjoy them, they're nourishing your eyes with every bite. So, don't underestimate the humble egg. It may look small, but inside, it's packed with nutrients that guard your vision against screen damage and aging. Now that we've covered the foods that protect your eyes, it's just as important to look at the foods you should avoid, because some can quietly increase the strain and damage caused by screens. We've talked about the foods that can protect and strengthen your vision. But just as important are the foods you should avoid, because some of the things you eat every day may actually speed up eye damage from screens. The first group to watch out for is sugary foods and drinks. Sodas, candies, pastries, and even heavily processed fruit juices can cause spikes in blood sugar. Over time, this damages the tiny blood vessels in your eyes and raises the risk of diabetic retinopathy and blurry vision. One can of soda may feel harmless, but if you drink it daily, your eyes are paying the price. The second group is fried and processed foods. Chips, instant noodles, and fast foods are often loaded with unhealthy fats and salt. These increase oxidative stress in the body, which directly harms your retinal cells. They also worsen circulation, making it harder for your eyes to get the oxygen and nutrients they need. Another one to be careful with is too much salt. A diet high in sodium doesn't just raise blood pressure, it can also cause fluid retention around the eyes, leading to puffiness, discomfort, and sometimes even pressure that strains your vision. I remember meeting a man in his late 50s who complained of constant tired eyes. He thought it was just screen time, but his diet was full of salty snacks and fried foods. When he cut them back and added more fruits and vegetables, not only did his energy improve, but his eye strain reduced dramatically. So here's the truth: protecting your eyes isn't just about adding the right foods, it's also about removing the ones that quietly harm them. Each time you say no to soda, fried food, or excessive salt, you're saying yes to clearer vision and healthier eyes for the future. Now, let's combine everything with a few simple lifestyle habits, things you can do alongside eating the right foods, to keep your eyes safe in this digital world. While food is one of the most powerful tools for protecting your eyes, it works best when combined with simple daily habits. Think of it like this: food is the shield, and lifestyle is the armor. Together, they give your eyes the strongest defense. One of the best habits is the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes you spend on your phone or computer, look at something at least 20 feet away for 20 seconds. This gives your eyes a much-needed break from constant focusing and helps reduce strain. Another simple but powerful habit is staying hydrated. Dry eyes are one of the most common complaints among people who spend long hours on screens. Drinking enough water, along with eating water-rich fruits like cucumbers and watermelons, keeps your eyes naturally moist and comfortable. Lighting also matters. Staring at bright screens in a dark room puts extra stress on your eyes. Whenever possible, balance your screen brightness with the lighting in your room. And don't forget the basics: get enough sleep. Your eyes repair themselves at night. If you cut your sleep short, your eyes don't get the recovery time they need, and the strain builds up day after day. I once knew a college student who struggled with headaches and blurry vision from constant late-night screen use. She didn't realize how much her habits were hurting her. When she started following the 20-20-20 rule, staying hydrated, and eating more eye-friendly foods like leafy greens and berries, she told me, "It's like my eyes finally caught a break." So remember, your diet lays the foundation, but your daily habits decide how strong that foundation becomes. A few simple adjustments can transform how your eyes feel, even in a screen-filled world. Now, let's wrap everything up with a recap and a powerful reminder of why your eyes deserve this care. So, let's bring it all together. We live in a world where phones, computers, and screens are part of our everyday lives. We can't avoid them, but we can protect our eyes from the damage they cause. The good news is, protection starts with what you eat. Carrots and orange vegetables supply vitamin A for sharper vision. Leafy greens give you lutein and zeaxanthin, your eyes' natural sunglasses. Berries and grapes deliver anthocyanins to strengthen your retina. Citrus fruits and bell peppers provide vitamin C to protect against aging damage. Omega-3 rich foods like walnuts, chia seeds, and salmon prevent dryness. And even something as simple as an egg can help filter harmful blue light and keep your vision strong. At the same time, avoid the foods that hurt your eyes: sugary drinks, fried foods, and too much salt. They quietly weaken your eyesight and make screen damage worse. And don't forget the small habits, the 20-20-20 rule: staying hydrated, balancing screen brightness, and getting enough sleep. These simple steps, combined with the right foods, can make the difference between tired, strained eyes and a future of clear, healthy vision. Here's the truth: your eyes are your window to the world. Once vision is lost, it's hard to get back. But with every meal, with every choice, you can protect them, not just for yourself, but for the people who love and depend on you. Now, I want you to do two things. First, comment below. And tell me, which of these foods will you start adding to your meals this week? And second, share this video with someone you care about. Because protecting your eyesight isn't just personal, it's something we can all do for each other. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe, and stay tuned for more tips on living healthier and longer. Your eyes are precious. Take care of them today, so you can see the beauty of life tomorrow.